A prominent issue in the constantly changing political scene of South Africa is who will follow President Cyril Ramaphosa. Before we continue, please kindly hit on the subscribe button. Name sticks out from the others more and more as political analysts conjecture and party members maneuver. Fikile Mbalula. The forthcoming leadership election of the African National Congress, ANC, is a source of great excitement and intrigue. Might Mbalula be the next leader to lead the ANC into its next phase of growth and development? Right now, President Ramaphosa's possible successors read like a who's who of ANC leaders. Paul Mashatile, Oscar Mabuyane, Ronald Lamola, Dumasini Ntuli, Zweli Mkhize should he want to run again, and others are among the names that are being suggested. Though each of these individuals has unique political influence and skills, as one perceptive commentator on X pointed out, a week is a long time in politics. This encapsulates the erratic and unpredictable nature of political fortunes rather well. Fikile Mbalula is starting to emerge as the frontrunner among the contenders. He is now in a very advantageous strategic position inside the party. Mbalula has the time and means to expand his influence among ANC branches throughout the country, in contrast to some of his competitors who are closely bound by state commitments. As one commenter pointed out, his position gives him the political clout he needs to successfully pursue his goals. Mbalula's ascent to prominence in the ANC is not a result of chance or happenstance alone. In a crowded race, his political savvy and capacity to inspire support have distinguished him. Mbalula has had a strong presence as the party's current Minister of Transportation and has been a prominent voice in the organization. His strategic placement together with this visibility puts him in a good position to surpass Ramaphosa. Politicians and party insiders are not the only people who have conjectured about the ANC's next leader. The public's interest in it has peaked, and many are eager to observe how the dynamics develop. The stakes are quite high, and the anticipation is strong. Without a doubt, the result of this leadership race will influence the governing party's course in South Africa and, therefore, the political climate of the nation. Once more, acting ANC spokesman Zuko Godlimpi disregarded claims made by MK party member Duduzile Zuma-Sambudla in a recent statement. The ANC, according to Zuma-Sambudla, is to blame for the Umkhonto weSizwe party's, MKP, leadership problems. The governing party is said to be trying to infiltrate and take control of the MKP. Godlimpi directly addressed the accusations, calling them untrue and unfounded, at a news appearance in Johannesburg. The ANC is not interested in interfering with the MK parties or any other political organization's internal issues. Godlimpi said that these accusations are only a diversion from the actual problems in the MKP that need to be addressed. Prominent MKP member and former President Jacob Zuma's daughter, Zuma-Sambudla, has hinted that the ANC was planning a clandestine operation to topple the MKP's leadership. Her accusations coincided with increased hostilities and rumored factionalism inside the MKP, where a number of its prominent figures were involved in public spats. Godlimpi underlined the ANC's emphasis on the approaching election cycle and its own organizational objectives. Our top priorities are serving South Africans' needs and bolstering our party. He remarked, "We don't have the time or resources to get involved in other parties' internal politics. The ANC is still dedicated to upholding democratic values and the rule of law while honoring the independence of all political organizations. Since its founding, the MKP, a relatively young political body, has encountered several difficulties. Its attempts to present a coherent and cooperative front have been hampered by internal strife and leadership disagreements. The party's present problems are further complicated by the accusations made by Zuma-Sambudla." Commenting on the dispute, political experts said that the internal fights inside the MKP are a reflection of larger problems in the South African political system. Political analyst Professor Thabo Mogali of the University of Pretoria pointed out that disputes over leadership are typical in newly formed political groups. The difficulties faced by the MKP are representative of the growing pains that many young parties go through. As groups inside the party compete for power, allegations of outside involvement often arise, according to Mogali. Godlimpi urged political leaders to get together and concentrate on solving the urgent problems the country is now experiencing. It is imperative that we focus on the actual issues facing South Africans, such inequality, poverty, and unemployment. He advised us to focus on these